Hi, and welcome to this episode of our student-friendly podcast, It's Time to Talk. Each week we sit down with a number of topics and talking points from pop culture to the headlines. We just want to see what people are thinking. Our space is filled with great guests today and, of course, the potential for great conversation.
Hi, my name is Ronick, and I'll be hosting today's events. And joining us around the table are some great personalities, starting with
Hunter?
And I'm Alex.
And our subject matter today will revolve around superheroes. Let's get our talking points because it's time to talk. Let's start with, when did you guys first get interested in superheroes?
I think I'll leave that one to Alex.
Yeah, I know Hunter is not interested in superheroes, so
Not really.
that's a
Funny how you're in film and you don't even know superheroes.
yeah.
Well, I know all the superheroes. I've never really been too interested in them. Or at least not. I mean, I think there was a point in like 4th or 5th grade where I liked making superhero comics, but I don't think that lasted long.
Everyone had that.
Yeah, everyone had that phase. Yeah.
I was making superhero comics in second grade.
Oh yeah.
I think they still exist. They're still on like some random teacher's shelf down at Riverwoods Elementary.
I can believe that. In like 4th grade, my superhero name was Hunter the Ladder. Don't ask me why I was a ladder.
Isn't your last name Vivian?
No,
Vivian.
Isn't that your Instagram?
my last name's Christensen.
Oh, I thought it's because I saw Mr. Vivian. So.
Oh, Mr. Vin Van is my Instagram handle.
Oh, okay.
Shout out, follow.
Follow the Instagram.
But yeah, anyway, what made you guys interested in superheroes?
I don't think I ever actually was introduced. I just kind of was like, oh, cool, there's a movie. No, I just watched it. But I think my earliest memory is probably Age of Ultron. It was my favorite at the time, but it was definitely it's not at the moment.
Fake fan. Wasn't watching since Iron Man 1. So I've always been invested in superheroes and pop culture related to that because my dad is a massive nerd who's been collecting comics since before I was born. So at some point he had the entire run of X-Men for God knows what reason. And yeah, so I was just like introduced through the bloodline.
Oh, that sounds threatening.
So what's your favorite superhero or anti-villain for that matter?
Anti-villain. We're gonna leave this up to Hunter.
Oh, so the only superhero Marvel or DC movie that I've watched in the last decade that I can recall was Wolverine and Deadpool when that came out recently. So I'm gonna say Deadpool, but that's only because that's the only one I've seen.
This man loves Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
He loves him so.
Oh, who doesn't? I'd say who's that witch?
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, I would say her, but but they kind of ruined her character in my opinion. I just think they should have just kept maybe it was comic, but I think they should have just kept her as she was in the beginning. But
I mean, so there's this funny little thing called character growth. I don't know if you heard it. No,
tell me about it.
I haven't really, like I said, watched really any Marvel movies, but the number of shows that are movies that I hear them releasing every year, and yet everyone is always complaining that they're bad. Do you guys have opinions on that? Because I don't know if they're actually bad. I haven't watched any of them, but
I think that a lot of it revolves around the Infinity War saga. The last thing they did that was pretty much universally popular, because every single movie building up since 2006 with Iron Man 1 was just building up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got to that point, and now they've crossed that bridge, and they have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel because I don't know if you, but what I watched the Falcon and the Captain America movie, the new one. I think it was pretty good. Yes, it can't really compete, but I still think the story building and everything did kind of just pretty well. It wasn't just oh, we had this villain. It wasn't just oh, how do we stop it? They actually thought it through, I think. So it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think that the main issue people are having right now and just getting into the theater to watch these movies is that they don't feel like there's anything they're building to. Iron Man 1, that wasn't that popular back in 2006. Stellar, what we're talking about it as now, because it didn't build to anything. And now Marvel's back to that point, and they haven't been in that point in 20 years. So it's kind of a weird situation where I think everything is going to be bad right now, and then eventually they'll work their way back up the ladder and make good movies again.
What's your favorite movie?
In terms of superheroes, or
Yeah.
like, Infinity War is pretty good.
Really?
Gonna be generic. Infinity War was pretty good.
What about you?
That's hard. But I would say probably gotta go with is Kick-Ass technically, or is it like outside of the universe?
It's not in Marvel or DC.
Well, it doesn't have to be Marvel.
Yeah,
You need to be
we're
a
just talking about
superhero.
superhero
I would
movies,
say-
man.
I don't know. Probably Kick-Ass. Probably
Mm-hmm.
Kick-Ass. Not to be generic, but maybe the third Deadpool movie.
Deadpool, Wolverine, Hunter's favorite superhero movie.
Yeah.
You look like that fan.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Whoa.
It's just the only one he's seen.
Yeah, come on.
So do we have a third topic for today?
That
oh,
was the-
it's-
that
oh,
was
that was our third
Unless
topic.
you want to bring something else up.
Oh, sure. I just want to talk about generally, like, do you think that superheroes joining mainstream pop culture has like changed their appeal at all?
Like in making them bigger? Or?
Yeah, like them joining, becoming more major in just like the general dynamic things.
I guess, because like not to be one of the people saying like, oh, they got worse after they got, but like I feel like they're like the way they are scripted. They just like I feel like they and their fans and made them kind of like it just changed them a bit. Just the way they're perceived. I think that's all I can really say about that.
Any thoughts on that, Hunter Maxwell Christensen?
Well, I don't really. I didn't watch superhero movies before or after they became mainstream, so I'm not really sure on that.
Oh, what have you seen?
Yeah, really an expert here. What have you seen? What movies have you watched?
Again,
One movie?
I think I did actually watch all the Deadpool movies. It's just the first two I watched like 5 years ago, something like that. It's been a while.
That long?
Yeah. Other than that, I think I watched one of the Spider-Man movies at some point.
Hunter,
I don't
you're
remember which one or anything about it.
Hunter, you're a film buff. Name every movie.
Go.
Nosferatu. What's after that? I think
Fake
that's it.
fan.
Fake fan.
Yeah.
Fake fan. Fake guy. No. I guess we can just generally talk about movies right now because that's kind of what we've gotten into.
Yeah.
Favorite film? Go. What's a movie you've watched ever?
I watched the movie Baby Driver on a plane like 2 days ago.
Oh.
That was pretty good.
Didn't you go to Germany or something? Like,
Yeah, I did.
what was that like?
Let's get a little off topic. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Tune in next episode for our Germany podcast. We're going to
Yeah.
be interviewing Hunter incessantly about his experience in Germany.
It'll be an hour-long podcast.
Well, that's all we have time for today. It's been a great hearing everyone's thoughts. We certainly hope you
Wow.
will check in for future and past episodes of It's Time to Talk.
Thank you for joining us. The discussion will be lively and the topics will be riveting. Have a great week.